Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host Brian, and today I'm talking Love Island All Stars Series 1, Episode 30. We're 30 episodes in. Wow. So kind of have a bone to pick about this episode near the end. But before we get to the challenge, and it's just because ITV player has just been the bane of my existence. Like I'm trying to save time, watch it right when it airs because I have obviously I have the young kids. I gotta take care of them, and they have a nighttime routine. And it's just when the ITP player is not working, it really grinds my gears too. So yeah, just finished it up. It's about 9:30 ish. I'm triple watching with Vanderpump and Bachelor, but we got to get this in. Got to get this in before the night ends. So before we get to the challenge, people are wondering the why people's heart rates were raised a certain way. One of my notes is how do we know that they're not just fudging the heart rate numbers just for to cause a stir in the house? And until I see the actual heart rate, I'm gonna go on that theory. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they purposely made Callum and Molly like each other just for the sake of creating some form of drama there. But something to keep in the back of your mind. Um, there's a little bit of a tiff with Georgia H and Anton. He says they have different love languages, like his physical touch, and I don't know if he's in words of affirmation, but he's I don't know. I kind of think that they actually seem legit. But I guess some people in the villa and maybe on the outside feel like they could be playing a game or um, I don't know. I just that was the topic today. That was one of the things before we get to the challenge. But it I don't know. I just think he's a quirky, weird dude. So it's not like that. Like the way I don't know. I just if it was somebody else doing it, I would maybe read into it a little more. But I just kind of feel like he's just kind of weird. So I don't know if you guys agree or disagree or have a comment on that. Let me know. I'd love to know what you guys think. Tom and Molly talk about the heart rate challenge results. Apparently, Sophie, Tom told Molly that he ended it with Sophie, but really it was Sophie, and that was something that needed to be talked about. Again, it's just I don't really think it doesn't matter compared to what happens at the end. But and right before we go to the challenge, before the night, George H and Anton they talk, they kind of patch it up, squash the beef if there was a beef, and they're good going in this. All right, so they get a text challenge called Couple of Sorts. So essentially, this is one of those challenges where they have to rank themselves and then compare it to the public. And let me start by saying this: they've been doing this challenge for a while now. You know it's going to be on the show because it causes drama. And stop taking it so fucking personally. And there's a couple people that really, the Georges took this stuff very personally. Toby was a whiny little bitch. Um, I don't know. I mean, I kind of liked the way Adam and Arabella were doing it. Just we're so new, just put us in. And if I was on the show, I would just be like, if there's ever just put me up there. I don't care because I don't take offense to any of this. Just get up on the damn stand and move on. And they just dwell on it and they just want to argue. And I just think it's so lame and pathetic. And I'd love to know what you guys think if you're watching at the same time as me. Going up there you need to just keep the ball moving. You're literally just guessing what I think the way I interpret the challenge is you're guessing the way the public think. So I don't know how Georgia S and Toby can stand up there and think that the public doesn't think that they are going to be number one or two in all of these categories. I don't get that. And they're like, oh, we've already taken enough flack today. If you're trying to get points, just stand up on the damn stand. Who cares? I don't get it. I think it's so stupid, and it's just I'm so tired. I'm just tired of the season. It's exhausting to watch. It's just not interesting, and they're a bunch of babies. Especially they're all been on the show before. They've done this challenge. They've pretty much all done this challenge except for maybe Josh because he's season one because they weren't doing fun stuff like this. But I don't know. He was right about a lot of the shit. I will say a lot of the placements and things like that. All right, so I wrote a couple of them down that were I guess groundbreaking or cause a stir. Only together to win. The Islanders put Toby Georgia S first. Arabella and Adam second, and then Sophie and Josh third, and it was Toby, Georgia S, then Georgia H Anton, and then Arabella and Adam. Again, I mean, they're just. I'm very interested to see how next tomorrow's episode is, because I just feel like they're just going to be whining and fighting and taking tons of tears. I expect so much tears tomorrow. Most likely to cheat on each other. Again, Toby was like, I would never do it. I would never do this. I would never blah blah blah. Just stand on the stand, dude. Who cares? Um, they put number one Adam, Arabella and Adam, Sophie and Josh, George H and Anton, and Toby and George S were number one. By the public, game playing couple. So this is not the one that took it personally. So okay, this is the one that took it personally. So this is the big one, the game playing couple. And people made their points, and they did like a voting system near the end, and like they basically were like, all right, the one we think the most is George S and Toby, but they refuse to go stand on the number one stand. They're like, oh, we're not taking, we've taken so many hits tonight, we're gonna do a thing. And I'm just sitting there watching. I'm like, this, you're just eating into what the producers want so much. They're taking this so personally. All right, so they had Georgia H and Anton number one. This is the Islanders vote. They slotted this. And they had Georgia S and Toby number two, and third place Adam and Arabella. And honestly, Adam and Arabella really just taking this because they're a new couple. I don't think Molly and Callum went up there at all. I think not Molly. No, they did go up there. They went up there for like best looking couple or like most intelligent. Like who cares? Obviously, Molly and Callum, Molly and Tom. I mean, Callum and Jess. I don't think went up at all. I don't even know if I'm forgetting anybody at this point, because it's just, again, it's just a cluster F. And then so really the final place were Georgia S and Toby were number one, no surprise at all. And second place was Georgia H and Anton, and then Arabelle and Adam were third. And honestly, Cal made a good point. He's like, when they were trying to decide what to do in their like voting system, because Adam and Arabelle like, we'll just take third, like we're just walking away, like it, because it's not worth it. And he made a point. He's like, look, as an outsider, doesn't it look weird that you guys were talking on the outside and then you came in here and now you're a couple? Like, he's just throwing the idea out there, because you know what? It's not a bad idea, because that's what I think personally. I don't buy anything that they're saying. I think they're a bunch of bullshitters. Watching Series 7, have the finale finished tonight. Toby's annoying as hell. He's annoying then, he's annoying now. I don't buy anything. And I'm really interested to see how tomorrow is. I mean, I know as annoying as this episode was to watch, whether it be the content or ITV player, it will be people fighting tomorrow. But it's just, again, it's just like the same stupid fights. And I think this show is 5 weeks. 5 weeks. It can't be more than 6 weeks. It cannot be more than me. I'm hoping it's 4 weeks in one day for the Monday. But yeah, I'm very ready for, like, when I wrote down in my notes the S1 E30 on here, I was like, I cannot believe that we've done 30 episodes of this. Yeah, it's brutal. It's really brutal. I cannot wait for it to be over. But I appreciate the few of you that comment on every one of these episodes. It means a lot to me. I don't know what that was. It just fell down of like dust or something. But yeah, I appreciate it. Always like to hear your viewpoints. Definitely the knowledge of a lot of you have seen every season, like I guess as it was airing, so you have a lot more knowledge than me, instead of someone who's like actively binging it. But I do love the show, and I appreciate all of your feedback and little knowledge nuggets that you drop on me, because it helps me learn, and I appreciate it. But we'll be back later tonight for The Bachelor, the second one of the week, unfortunately, and Vanderpump Rules. So, and I probably won't do Love and Hip Hop Atlanta until tomorrow morning, because it's just too many shows to watch and things like that. And I need to go to sleep. But appreciate you guys watching. I will see you guys later tonight in one of the videos. And if you're not watching that, I will see you tomorrow for episode 31. Have a good night. See you.